Yo,
Yo,
Julio,
what it do?
and you already know,
Hey, 5-0.
nigga, all I really wanna do, yeah, bitch, told her hoe, all I really wanna do,
Julio, been on the mic in that best for
all I
sure.
really wanna do is fuck you and your best friend,
Your best friend.
yeah,
Where you at? Where you at?
can I rent you two hoes out for the weekend?
Tryna spend a little time, proper time
She
on
said
you.
I can fuck her
Yeah.
and our best friend for the weekend. And I spend a couple years and I'm like, yeah, baby girl, I'ma dive in head first. I know how to swim, eat Ben and Jerry, ice cream on it, bitch nipples, yeah. Me with the flow, bitch. She ain't on my team, but I know one thing, she gon' bring me that green. Go deep in that pussy, she green. Hit it so good, made that little bitch scream. Aw, shit, that's another one. I'ma beat that bitch up. She gon' eat this dick. I ain't even worried about that shit. What the fuck I said? I don't know, bitch, but I know you gon' have to hit the floor, hit the door when my bitch coming back. What's up? It's cold as fuck out that bitch, though. It's motherfucking Florida for you, though. So, you know, wanna take time out to walk y'all to the Chillzone, bitch. Second episode, bitch. The Chillzone, bitch. Yo, so this topic right here, right, you know what I mean? It's pretty much which one I think is best. Summertime, wintertime. My opinion. You know what I mean? I'm gonna give a shout out to my dog, 100K brother, for, you know, sponsorship and shit, you know, when it come through here. So me, first we're gonna talk about summertime, right? What I like about summertime is it. You get to go camping, hiking, you know, swimming in the pools, fishing, hunting, you know, chilling out with the fam, barbecues, you know, got all the bugs and shit like that, you know what I mean? You get to have a nice time, you get to be out late, it ain't too cold, probably windy, a little rain here and there. But, you know, it's part of the, you know, being summertime. You get to do whatever, go do what you want with the kids. You get to take them here, there. You gotta worry about shit, you know what I mean? Ooh, the bad parts of summertime. The bad things about summertime would be insects, snakes, bears, animals. All, you know, they're just everywhere. Me personally, I ain't trying to deal with none of that shit, bro. You know what I mean? Spiders, all that shit out. Cause it's summertime, they out. It's hard to get to move around. Shit. I think summertime a lot more killings. Cause niggas be more active when it's hot. Believe it or not, it's hot. I mean, road trips, my nigga. That's what I'm talking about, road trips. But that's one of the good things about, you know, summertime, you know what I mean? Six Flags, Walt Disney World, the beach. You get to go to the beach summertime, bro. Can't do it one time, yo. Boy, that's my opinion, but hey, it is what it is, though. But wintertime, what I like about wintertime, it's cold. You ain't got no motherfucking bugs, no insects. You ain't gotta worry about no snakes, no bears, none of that. Everything hibernate in wintertime. It's cold a little bit, but you get to make snowman, snow angels, snowball fights. You get to ride on sleighs, you know, go skiing. Sometimes ride dirt bikes, you know what I mean? Canoeing and shit like that too. So you can't forget about that. Yeah, but back to wintertime. Yeah, like I say, snowball fights, go out here, school. You cancel school because of that shit. Wintertime. It's colder than a bitch. Only thing is, you're going to need a fire. Other than that, you're good. Summertime, you go swimming in the pool. Wintertime, you got a jacuzzi, hot tub. So it's 50-50. You feel me? You know what I mean? They both got their little ups and downs, but the bad part is colder than a bitch. Got to have a fire to stay warm. Other than that, wintertime to me would be. I say I like wintertime because it's cold. I sleep in the cold. I gotta be cold. I can't sleep when it's hot, man. I don't like all that heat, my nigga. But I might be wrong. But in my opinion, wintertime has the best though. You know what I mean? Oh yeah, we're gonna get somebody else input on that in a second. All right. Now, a special guest right here. So, tell me what you like about summertime, sir.
Summertime? Oh, well, I mean, because I'm December baby. Like, yeah. I fuck with summertime, but I'm not really crazy about summertime. But I would say, as far as the pros, you want to say pros?
Pros and cons.
Pros and cons. The pros would be the days are longer, so you get more daylight. If, for a lot of you marijuana users, you get more sunlight to grow your plants. You know what I'm saying? Them bitches bud around May, going into that whole June thing. I would say barbecues, you know what I'm saying, the whole social gathering, hanging out, get to spend more social time, and it's a good time to be outdoors, you feel me?
Okay.
Now cons, oh man, I think the cons really outweigh the pros. The cons, the biggest thing is the fucking storms. I mean, cause being that we down here in Florida, like thunderstorms, them bitches come out the fucking blue. Hurricanes, them bitches like decimate the same fucking community activities I was just saying. Them shits is all well and good till your shit gets flooded. You know what I mean? And then one thing about that, it rains all the time. And what people don't realize is after it rains, even though it's hot and don't get cold, but that also bring out them fucking deadly ass mosquitoes. And fun fact, mosquitoes the #1 killer
in Africa.
The fucking world. Fucking world, because they carry diseases, you know what I'm saying? So I would say all in all, it's kind of what you into. And I know a lot of people that like to be out, they'll like the summertime, but me, I feel like you're going to spend more money in the summertime just because you got to spend money to stay cool. Like, if you cold, you trying to stay warm, it's shit you can do without spending the dime. But if you hot, outside of my air condition, yeah, it's just gonna be hot. So.
Okay, so what about wintertime? I heard you say something about planting and plants and shit. Certain plants thrive in the winter. You can start.
I believe if that was the case, I would be one of those plants.
And why would you say that?
I do think that your birth has a lot to do with what you like. The reason why I like the winter so much, for one, is because days are shorter, the nights are longer. I always been a night owl, and I think that when it's cold, this is a fun fact too. Humans are fucking mammals, right? What people don't realize is, as a mammal, your core body temperature is 98.6 degrees, right? So no matter how fucking cold you feel, inside internally, you're 98.6 degrees. Your ears, your feet, and the top of your head is where most of your heat escapes. If you cover those three things, you'll be surprised at how warm you are. Even if you can't get to a lighter, you can't get to a fire, you can't do none of that shit, stand in place and do 10 jumping jacks. Promise you will warm up. If you're hot, you can't do none of that shit.
So you say your core temperature is 98.6
for most people.
Okay. So wintertime, you pretty much warm, but you don't know it.
You're warm.
Your core is.
Like, you're a warm blood person. So if you look at yourself with an infrared, what you realize is that what it is you're warmer than the air that's around you. And what's happening is the heat is going to places where there's less heat. Because scientifically speaking, there actually is no such thing as cold. There's heat in an absence of heat. And if you look at the Kelvin scale, 0 Kelvin just means there's no heat whatsoever. Long story short, what it is the heat within you is escaping to feel the coolness around you, which makes you internally feels cold. When you get those little chill bumps, that's your body's way of trying to retain the heat that's already within you. But if you cover your ears, your feet, and the top of your head, you are retained. That's all like a jacket, a comforter. When you bundle up under the covers, all you're doing is retaining your heat. It's not really, but that's what I'm saying. It's like, if you was a snake or a fucking alligator or something, you fucked up. Because they're cold-blooded, meaning that their body is the temperature or whatever the fucking air is around them.
in case some of you didn't know, alligators when it's cold, when the water freezes, they actually have their nose and part of their mouth sticking outside the water. So once the water defrosts, they're straight. And believe it or not, they're still alive when it's frozen. So what's your what's the good thing about the wintertime that you like?
Oh, shit, like I say, outside of the long knife, I like the fact that you can. It's more comfortable to me. You know what I'm saying? I'm more comfortable being cold. If I'm hot, I'm aggravated. Like I'm aggravated with fucking everybody and fucking. Like fucking when it's cold is better than fucking when it's hot. You know what I'm saying? Because you can really get into that shit. You know what I'm saying?
So you would say most people like the cold weather?
I mean, I can't speak for most people. Me, I like the cold weather, but I think it's 50-50. I think that's one of those topics that can be 50-50. I can see arguments on both sides, and I wouldn't have a disagreement with either side. It's just based on preference. I just would prefer it being cold. Now, as far as the actual season, because I was listening to what you were saying too about like snowman and things like that. I would base my opinions based on the Florida winter because I have never experienced like a up northern winter. Like I don't know if I would like that shit. Like being snowed the fuck in or having the fucking deep snow shovel your driveway. Like I ain't never had that shit, right? And when I say cold in Florida, like 20-30 degrees, that's cold.
But it did snow one time in Florida. One time.
Right. And to me, it's just not something that I recollect a lot. You know, it's just a lot of things that I hear. Like, I know snow carries weight, and just like hurricanes can blow your roof off, I'm quite sure that enough snow on your roof can cave that bitch the fuck in. Just like thunderstorms can knock your power out. Like, I could imagine, like, a snowstorm could fuck up your power, too. And I can imagine you not having fucking power and it's dark and you cold, but being dark and hot, I mean, I can see it being 50-50. It's just, if I had to be in the wilderness or I had to be without power, I would rather it be cold because I feel like it's easier to keep warm. If I'm hot, I don't know.
Okay, so let me ask you a question, sir. So if you was out there in the wilderness in the cold, would you be able to survive?
That's a good one. That's a good one, right? The reason why I say that's a good one is because to really put yourself in that situation, the first answer would be obviously, yeah. Everybody would think so. But for 35 years, I hadn't had to deal with that, you know what I'm saying? And to me, it's the same thing as if you take an animal that had been in the zoo or in captivity and just throw it in the wild, that motherfucker is not guaranteed to survive, and that's an animal. So I don't know if I would know enough. I would damn sure try. I'm gonna put it like that. I would damn sure try, but I would be the first to say I don't know enough about outdoorsmanship to like, you know what I mean?
Okay.
Now if I'm out that bitch with like a gun and a whole bunch of ammo and a whole bunch of like modernized shit, yeah. But if it's just me and my two fucking hands, man, shit.
You get you a hand, you got you a gun, we'll give you a motherfucking sleeping bag.
If I got a gun, I think I'll be straight, you know what I'm saying? Because the first thing I'm going to do is find something that I know smaller than me, catch it, shoot it, eat it, you know what I mean? And I'm going to try my best to just shelter and not use a lot of energy, because the energy is what's going to determine how many calories you need. So if you just sitting around chilling, you could eat a squirrel or some shit like that and be straight for a few days, you know? So, yeah.
So, you rather be in, we're talking about Florida to y'all. This is Florida summer and winter. So, Florida summer and winter, which one you think is the best? I say winter time, because for the simple fact, you can wear shorts in Florida when it's cold, because it's going to be that cold. But
I mean, I would agree. Florida winter would be best because the Florida winter isn't a true winter. You know what I'm saying? It's like a mild summer. Like you gotta think, like a lot of places, like fucking 40, 50 degrees is pretty hot. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, it's winters down here where it only get cold for maybe like a week or so. Like it just started fucking getting cold like this winter. So
again.
So I would say definitely a Florida winter because the Florida summer is fucked up. That shit is fucked up.
Hot.
Like somebody somewhere in Florida is gonna get hit by a hurricane. Like I just pause for the cause. It's gonna flood somewhere. Somebody gonna have an alligator in their pond or in their fucking backyard or some shit. Snakes, bugs. Like that's one thing. Like they don't tell you in the tour guide about Florida. It's a bunch of fucking bugs.
And
like,
that's the good thing about the wintertime because they don't be out. Yeah, other animals, they all be dormant. You feel me?
Like, I would say shit. The only thing about the wintertime is you just need a fucking jacket some days. Other than that, man, shit's great. You feel me?
So pretty much summertime, you know, you get the roast marshmallows, you know, have a little campfire, you know. People do have heat strokes. That's part of it, you know. It do get hot, but it rains. You know, you have to deal with that shit.
Only thing I would say that would be a good for a Florida summertime is, like I said, you're a pot farmer. Yeah. But not even pot. If you just grow any type of vegetables or something, then you probably gonna lean toward the summer.
Well, a greenhouse for the wintertime, though.
But I mean, the greenhouse you still need the sunlight. Now, if you gonna grow that bitch indoors,
no, as long as you got the heat, you don't have to be. The sun gonna be out.
But what I'm saying is, it's the hours of sunlight. For example, like with a marijuana plant, 12 hours of sunlight is when it starts to bud.
But that's when they have those lights.
That's what I'm saying. So if you want artificial light, then it wouldn't matter. But it's the hours of sunlight is what determines what plants bud and all that shit. I know tomato and weed have the same budding station. Don't believe me? Look that shit up. You know what I'm saying? If you're trying to grow some weed, look up how to grow tomatoes. And it's the same thing. You know what I'm saying? Just a fun fact. So y'all know. It's 12 hours. 12 hours of sunlight to make your weed plants bud up. You didn't hear that from me, though. But
yeah, summertime, you get to go rollerblading, skateboarding, dirt biking, riding, you know, your BMX bike, you know.
All that outdoor shit.
All the outdoor shit. Wintertime, ice skating, ice hockey, you know.
So to sum it up, I would think the summertime is for outdoor people. Wintertime is for indoor people.
But you know what I mean? You got some people like wintertime for the outdoors. I mean, they like to hunt and shit too. So, my opinion, I think wintertime better because, like I say, it's less, and then it's less traffic, believe it or not, because people ain't gonna really want to be on the road with all that ice and snow, you know, because you got black ice, that shit is deadly. You got to watch out for that during wintertime. Summertime, it's just rain and a bunch of bullshit. It seems like everything is active during the summer. Then the wintertime is just shit just be want to lay low. You don't see many people walking the road wintertime, but summertime. Plus, you know, y'all women like to wear those little shorts, but y'all wear tights year round. I ain't going with that. So me personally, wintertime is my best. I say it's the best in Florida because you get to go shorts year round. You get to be out. And like Brody said, it's something about getting some pussy when it's cold. Nah, I mean, excuse my language though, but yeah. And Brody, he said you like summer.
No.
Woman. So he's woman. So there you have it. Wintertime in Florida is better than summertime. But you know.
That's what's up, man. You know what I'm saying? Shit, that's what's cool. That's what's cool.
Yeah. I mean, that's a great insight, man. You know, you gave the people some shit to think about. You know what I mean? Real shit, though.
That's a good topic, though. You know what I'm saying? Y'all catch me, dog. Money Fool Mondays. You know what I'm saying?
And then you can drink your bill. You can just take it right out the door, sit on the ground, and that bitch gonna get cold.
Yeah, that too. You know what I'm saying? But shit, when it's hot, so you can boil the egg on the fucking sidewalk.
I tried that.
So, I mean, it goes both ways. But, yeah, that's what's up, man. You know what I'm saying? So, shit. Thank y'all for watching S.S.B.G Network. Yeah, we're coming in next time. We're going to talk about something else, y'all. Till then, stay black and die, bitch.